What's up, SPX fam? Happy Friday. Hope everyone is looking forward to the weekend and has some exciting plans, because I certainly don't expect too much exciting to happen in the world of crypto this weekend, the way right now, today specifically, about 0.0 is happening in crypto. But next week, I think things are going to kind of turn back up, heat up again. We shall see. Anyways, all that being said, SPX is holding up pretty good. As you know, I only show the charts for about 10-15 seconds each video, but it was only a day and a half ago, less than 48 hours ago, we were at 87 cents. Then we pumped a good 16, 17, 18%, all the way to $1.06. Right now, we are at $1 even. So SPX is considerably up over the last few days when the rest of the market is pretty much perfectly flat. Now, obviously, some influencers might disappear from a community when the chart is down significantly, the way SPX is over the last month or two, but that's the way every meme coin and pretty much every cryptocurrency chart outside the top 5 is down significantly. Those influencers, they only want to cover a project when it's pumping, and then when everyone's talking about it and they get the most views in their videos. I'm the opposite. I get even more excited to cover a project when the chart is at, in my opinion, a local low over a 1, 2, 3 month time frame. I want to re-stimulate energy. I want to regenerate excitement into that project and just watch the chart gradually work its way up over the coming days and coming weeks, and then get to a new all-time high. Now, obviously, the month of October has not quite turned out the way people thought it would. The sheer reason everyone was expecting Pumptober, we call it, was this table right here. Bitcoin average monthly returns each year since 2013. You can see the last 6 Octobers before this year were the month finished in the green for Bitcoin, and then 5 of those 6 months were double-digit returns, ranging from about 11% to 40%. Pretty good. And then if you go down here, Bitcoin average return each year, it has averaged a 20% return. That is very good. That places it in second place of all the 12 months for best returns of the year for Bitcoin. But now look at this month next to it, November, average 46% return. So even though October gets all the attention, November is the single, by average, best returning month of the year for Bitcoin, which is kind of representative of crypto as a whole. You can't get a crypto chart like this because the market keeps growing each year with new coins. So BTC is the most representative. And then look at this here. The last 2 Novembers have been up 37% and up 9%. Yeah, the 2 previous Novembers were in the red, but 2022, we had the FTX implosion right in November. Obviously, that was going to be a down month. 2021 was just a weird-ass month in general. And then look at last year, 2024. Again, even though October gets all the attention, October is only up about 10.5%, 11%. November was up 37%. So I am expecting the same thing to happen here. Yes, October has underperformed. This November, I think we're going to have the major gains right there. So that's the first reason why I think SPX is going to pump in the next month or two. The second reason has to do with this recent announcement that the first ever SPX6900 community meetup/conference is taking place in 6 weeks from now, December 5th or 6th, for Art Basel in Miami. It will be taking place in Miami. At least 40 eons are expected to attend. There will actually be talks, panel talks, speakers, etc. So that kind of makes it more of a conference as opposed to just an informal meetup where people get together to meet each other IRL. Obviously, Jesse Shaw, the surgeon, he is based in Fort Lauderdale, so he is very local. He seems to kind of be the de facto organizer. We also have Michael Flegel, Galapi, and then Girl Still Cute. I believe they are all South Florida based, or some of them are South Florida based. So obviously, this is great when people meet each other. You get photos get generated, conversation is stimulated, people get excited. It just breathes energy and just momentum into a project, and you generally see the chart be reflected with some upward movement. Now, no word on whether Murad himself is going to the Fort Lauderdale meetup, the Miami meetup. Probably not. He wasn't mentioned. He does sporadically go to some conferences, like he went to Singapore Token 2049 a year ago, but he did not go this year. We'll see, though. Surprises can happen. He did put up this fire tweet, unrelated, but people suddenly realizing that there is absolutely zero reason BTC cycles exist 4 years will understand that BTC is going to go to 200K. 4-year cycle's done. We're just not experiencing these 60, 70, 80% drawdowns anymore. BTC will go up, not in a straight line. It'll go up and then down a little bit and up even more, etc. But the 4-year cycle is done. I couldn't agree more with him. Maddox, so this guy is the one who's been DCAing $1,000 a day into SPX for over 120 days right now. That's 4 months. He just revealed he's been in Bitcoin. He's been in the industry for over 10 years. He first bought Bitcoin over 10 years ago. So this makes sense. The Bitcoin community is the only community compared with its diehardness as the SPX6900 community. So he sees whatever he saw in Bitcoin 10 years ago when it was at like $300 a token. He sees that same thing in SPX 6900 today. That is saying a lot. He has even more credibility now that I know he's an OG in the space. He already had a ton before. And then this person just bought their first $4,000 worth of SPX 6900, and this is their first crypto investment. So they just bypassed Ethereum, they bypassed BTC, they just went straight to SPX. Mad bullish. Very good time to buy. It's your first time buyer. You usually don't buy on the dip, which is when you should, but you're usually buying when it's at a top, when everyone's talking about it. So Nirvana, very savvy investing. Anyways, that's it for now, guys. BTC Army, SPX Army, drop a comment down below, say hi. I will be back later to do a video. BenCrypto signing out. Catch you later.